Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I am setting up for Imbolc, which is so exciting. So if you are preparing to set up for Imbolc for February, grab a beverage like me and sit down and let's get started. So I'm trying something similar to a Yule setup where I had a horizontal calendar where I drew lines off of it. But because of the number of days I'm considering for Imbolc, I could get them all in vertically and thought it was a really great time to just try on a one spread instead of a two-page spread. So for Imbolc, I am doing greens and yellows, and then I'm trying to decide how to describe the color. It's a very slightly red and with the brown. And I mean, so these are colors associated with Imbolc, but slight variations on them. Red and white and yellow just aren't me at any time of year, really. So I thought this would be really appropriate. For decorations, I am doing dragons as great fire-breathing animals, as well as seeds and sprouts. So here I wanted to do a dragon on here, but I like drawing swirlies, so a more serpentine dragon is what I went for. I penciled it in before I started filming, and have been inking in with an inkjoy gel pen in 0.5. And now I'm starting to color in some new markers I got. They are by Loft, which is the brand associated with Michael's craft stores here in America. They're watercolor dual tip markers, so similar to Tombow's. In fact, I tested them out in the store and loved how much firmer the brush was. I could get a much finer line out of it, which was really exciting. So I got a 48 pack on sale, which has some really great colors in it that I'm looking forward to using for Imbolc. So I'm layering up here, giving some layers to my dragon. So when my partner saw this, he was really surprised at how snake-like it was, because I am pretty terrified of snakes. It's a fear I am slowly working on trying to overcome, but I do have a sort of visceral fear reaction at the sight of them. So he loves snakes, and he thinks that they're just like the best, cutest creatures ever. Not so much me. So he really liked how much my dragon turned out to look like a snake. So this takes a little while, but what I have ended up doing for Imbolc is this page here, where I'll do lines off of it with specific events on each day or things to note about the day. On the left hand side there, I will do lettering later. And I'm either going to do a tarot reading for Imbolc there, or maybe just a summary of some other predictive things. I got that idea from Jessica Starr mentioning doing that. So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually drawing seeds. I'm trying a new mood tracker for this season. And honestly, as I drew it, it really occurred to me that it's probably not going to work the best for me, because I don't generally go with just like happy, sad, meh. I normally have slightly more descriptive depictions of my mood, but what you see there is I drew a seed for each day, and then down in the left hand column I'm drawing little circles with an emoji of the feeling, and then I'll draw roots coming down from each seed the length of the mood, if that makes sense. So like if on February 1st I am really, really excited, I will draw a long root all the way down to the excited emoji at the bottom there. So here I'm coloring in with my sort of gold honey color. I am thinking I may color in the seeds just as I mark the roots for the day, so I can kind of help myself keep track, but I haven't decided yet on that point. So on the left hand side over there, what I'm doing are my trackers. So I have, it's very similar to my Yule setup there. I'm doing a tarot spread tracker. So I have space for multiple cards each day, and then I will have a color code for each suit, so I can write in the number and then color the box to correspond to the suit. So yeah, now you can see me doing the numbers on the side. Between the numbers and the tarot placement, I do have a place for the moon cycle as well as my personal feminine cycle, and I just mark that by various dots. And one thing I've incorporated in from Yule is a tracker for my spin bike. So I have squares to the right of the tarot tracker, which you'll see takes forever to draw, which allow me to color in a box for every 5 minutes that I do spin on the bike. I've given myself a lot more space than I think I will need. I don't anticipate that I will be spinning for over an hour at this current stage, but the way the spacing fell, it just worked to have that. So above the mood tracker, you'll see me letter, and eventually I just added a space for goals. I did a list form last season, and that seemed to work fairly well. Eventually I may add in sort of more check-off thingies, but that's what I'm doing for now. So as you can see, yeah, at this point I'm less than halfway done setting up the tracker over there. I probably could have sped this up more for you. But yeah, it's a labor-intensive process. It took about 50 minutes to set up these pages, not including the time I spent penciling in the dragon and planning my setup. So my overall colors are, as I mentioned, greens and yellows. I have a sort of blue-green color, some gold, and some gray. They have turned out to be rather jewel-tony, which I think is nice because it is still a cold season and it's still sort of dull, but also a little bit bright. And I'm excited. I'm really excited to get into this. I'm glad I didn't set this up too much sooner because it's hard to stick with the Yule colors and all my Yule spreads now that I've started setting up for Imbolc. One thing that I am not doing in this video that I will be working on doing soon for Yule is a cleaning spread. Oh, sorry, for Imbolc. Oh, so I'll be doing a cleaning spread for Imbolc. I want to do, I mean, of course Imbolc is a great time for cleaning, but I don't have a great cleaning plan or habit right now. I have a Roomba that vacuums for me, and there are various other things I try to do on a regular basis. There are also things that really fall through the cracks, and I am happier and enjoying my home and space better whenever I'm on a set cleaning schedule. So that is one thing I'll be working on for Imbolc, is not only cleaning my house, but hopefully developing a sort of regimen so that I can make cleaning my house a habit that is sustainable and not so much of a big production. So you'll see in a few minutes when I move to the next page, I actually leave half of a spread for working out that, which I will bring out along with later. So yeah, you can see right there the brush lettering. And maybe it's because my Tombow dual brush pens are older, but I just love how thin I was able to get on the upstrokes for that tracker part there. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what all you might be adding in for Imbolc into your bullet journal. I'm excited about that cleaning spread, and across from the cleaning spread is actually a garden planning spread for me, which you will see in just one moment. this spread on the left is where I will either do a tarot spread for Imbolc, or we'll make some notes about various predictive readings I've considered for the season and then reflect on them later. Awesome, so now I'm flipping to what will eventually be my garden planner spread as well as my cleaning spread. Just for today, I'm only doing the garden. My Pinterest pages are getting really full. But over there, I'm making a list of the plant, a symbol for what sort of sun it needs. Please do want to mark the moisture, and I'll probably do this with little drops of water across there. What date I plant the seeds, and when I could, in theory, start planting them. So if I was reading that across the plant, the sun needs, how much moisture it needs, when I could plant it, and when I actually plant it. And finally, I'm just finishing things off with some lines with my inkjoy to make things pop more. So I hope that you found some fun inspiration for either February or Imbolc, however you are setting up your witchy bullet journal. And thanks again for spending this time with me. Happy Imbolc!